just got delivered.
Oil change.
Yeah. Looks like we got a track car. Sheesh. Well, Fudge, what do we got?
So what we have here is a beautiful representation of a track spec E46 M3.
Okay.
As you can still see, it's primarily pretty stock in here.
Yeah.
I can tell it's had the Vanos rebuilt. It's got the beam world line, oil cooler, upgraded radiator, stuff like that.
Nice.
Full suspension. It's got the
I can
slicks
see
on
that.
it.
Woo!
And look at the inside, huh?
We're full gutted, ready for the track.
It's got the cage. Look at the stop tech brakes on it.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. APR wing. Pretty much stock back here.
That looks
got a
good.
pretty crazy looking exhaust there.
Yo, look at that thing.
But
Plexiglass. What's it here for, Fudge?
gee, I don't know.
Why don't you tell
open
us?
the box and
Why don't you tell us?
Why don't we just open the box and show
You want to
everybody?
open the box?
Why don't you get that camera out of my face?
Is it time for an unboxing video then?
Maybe.
All right, Fudge. Fudge, it looks like the seats are Fat Boy approved.
They are.
It's
a little loud in here.
We're doing a stock test drive.
We're trying to see the difference with this is bone stock right now. Obviously not exhaust wise, but we want to see if we can hear after the SuperCharger's done a little bit more of the whine or something that comes with the installing the kit. But I don't think you're gonna be able to really hear me talk.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's just listen to the sounds of the car.
Let's do it. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Well, Fudge, after the test drive, we are here at the unboxing table. What do we got?
This table serves many purposes. Unboxing, laying out the parts, getting mad and punching it.
Lunch.
But for right now, lunch also is a good one. Right now,
We're an unboxing table.
you ready?
Open the box, Fudge.
What do we got here?
Wow. That was a calm bow.
This is a active Autowerke SuperCharger kit.
Okay.
We have
Instructions.
a manila envelope,
Instructions. Oh,
tuning cable,
tuning cable.
I'm assuming.
Maybe instructions?
Maybe. Oh, never mind.
Badges.
USB with the tune.
So this is
It's got
instructions.
It's got a badge. Oh, I think the instructions are in here. And then you get this nice badge.
Nice.
I'm sure there's something I have to do beforehand.
There they are. Wow.
Look, it even says our name on it. Crazy.
Thanks, Fudge.
We got that. We got that.
Well,
And we have
how
some
about we do some magic and
Let
in
me
a
unbox and unwrap
in a
and
snap,
unbubble wrap, and then we'll come
in a
back.
in a
All right.
snap in a snap.
All right.
It's gonna be. And here we are, Fudge. We got a lot here.
I got parts everywhere, bro.
Give us a little rundown.
Okay. Some sort of shields. Looks like some sort of intake.
Yep.
Boost piping. This is your bracket that's going to hold this big boy on here, the actual supercharger.
Nice.
You have the manifold with the blow off, 2 blow offs, something like that. Intercooler, some piping, some sort of, this looks like an inline fuel filter system there. We do have a fuel pump in here, plugs, injectors. We have a bunch of hoses, tensioner. There's just stuff everywhere.
There's parts everywhere. Well, Fudge, let's get to
First time I eat lunch.
Let's get to it.
First time I eat lunch.
All right, Fudge.
All right.
Well, Fudge, where are we at?
So we have begun our disassemble
Yeah.
process.
We got the bumper off.
So we have the bumper off, and it exposes this nice carbon front crash beam, which is pretty cool. This is actually OEM.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's cool.
the more you know. And we also have taken off the intake manifold, and just a quick tidbit. You notice something about these, Tyler?
What's that, Fudge?
ITBs, individual throttle bodies. So the way it works is when you put your foot on the gas, it tells this right here to do this. Boink. And then closes it. So that's the way that works. That manifold, which is the stock manifold, as you can see, it's got little trumpets in there. That's not going to get used anymore because we're accommodating for the supercharger. So that's all set. And then I have the some of the tensors and stuff off here to make for the bracket for the supercharger, where the supercharger is going to sit.
Yep.
And the belt system is going to be.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler.
Back
So,
in the M.
Welcome back. How you doing?
Good.
You sure? Good. So, manifold's off, and
We spoke about that.
Cameraman's a little too goofy. Sorry. So we added in this check valve here.
Okay.
I don't know if I talked about this, but it just goes to the purge, the fuel purge, and then on the idle air control here.
Yep.
We changed these from these old rubber because these have about 110,000 miles on them, and what'll happen is under boost these look like they're fine, and then they can actually crack open. So we replaced these with some nice silicone ones, and then we also popped off the fuel rail, and we took out the old injectors.
Cool.
And added some green boys in there.
Yeah, I see that.
So they are taller, they're probably about this much longer.
Okay.
So we added extension plates to the back of the fuel rail to bring the fuel rail up a little bit to
cool.
compensate for that. So those are in.
Now, does that all come with the kit?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Everything
Sweet.
comes with it.
Sweet.
So next up is I think we're going to be installing the oil tank for the supercharger, which is going to be mounted in that corner over there.
Okay.
So we're going to get to it. Oh, we put in this vacuum line too. That goes to the fuel pressure regulator, and it's just going to run to the blow-off valves.
Sweet.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Fudge.
The next day.
And we're back.
So,
M3 supercharger, track car, diesel truck, about to drive, but there it is.
So, what are we doing here? So, where do we leave off? Okay, So I got the power steering relocated here.
Okay.
It's got the new suction line here, and it's got the new return line there going to the cooler. So that's all set. It's relocated. Usually it's down here. As you can see, the 2 bolt holes, and then it gives you this bracket. So this is over here, out of the way. The next thing was to change all the pulleys.
Okay.
Right? Why, Tyler?
Because we're adding more power, Fudge.
Well, that's not the reason why. But it's actually because this is this is an aftermarket pulley, a Turner pulley, but it's still for a stock belt. See a difference?
Oh, yeah, huh?
So we're going from a 5 or 6 rib belt to an 8 belt. We're upgrading to an 8 rib belt. That's obviously because we're adding superchargers, so we need more belt grip.
Okay.
Wider belt, it's like a tire, more traction. So we're gonna get the pulleys in the car, and then we're gonna bolt up the bracket that's actually gonna house the supercharger.
Okay.
And just take a look at those beautiful oil cooler lines. So.
I know, those look sweet.
Yeah.
And then over here, Fudge, what'd you put in over here?
So that is the oil tank.
What was that?
Mosquito. That's the oil tank for the supercharger.
Okay.
So that's going to be filled with the fluid for the supercharger. The way it works is you have an inlet line down here that comes around. This is going to go bow to the top of the supercharger, and then it's going to go to this line at the bottom.
Okay.
That comes through here, goes through the cooler, gets cold, comes back around, and then it just keeps doing this.
Does it again.
It just keeps doing this.
I like that,
It
Fudge.
just keeps doing this. It's like
Thanks.
stirring the pasta.
Thanks, Fudge.
Okay.
Well, Fudge,
All right, Tyler.
seems like we got some changes on this side of the motor. What do we got going on?
Yeah. So, blower's on. We mocked the manifold is in place. All the clamps here are tight.
Nice.
So we're just running the piping.
Okay.
So we also have the intercooler in place, which we had to cut the carbon brace, but sacrifices were made. It's okay. So we have the pipe here that goes from the blower down under, and then we'll go under the seat real quick. Comes out here,
Okay.
right? Skates its way around.
Yep.
And then it's gonna come back under this way, and then go up to the throttle over here, or the intake manifold.
Okay.
And then work its way into the motor. Our belt system's on. We're close. We're getting there.
What do you think? Cold start when we get back from vacation, or
Well, we'll see how fast they can get us a tune for. I don't know if Active's taking vacation or whatnot, but the back of your phone's all cracked. You dropped it.
Thanks, Fudge.
The next day.
Well, Fudge, we're finally back.
Yeah.
We're on the race car. How do you feel?
Good. We had some not fitment issue. Well, some fitment issues on the kit side, some fitment issues on the car side. Obviously, this is a heavily modified car. So our biggest issue, what we were running into, was it has the Mishimoto radiator,
Yep.
and it had a big Fluidyne oil cooler for the engine oil. And then the problem was fitting the intercooler piping around the sides would actually contact the oil cooler. So if you look underneath here, you can see we added the Mishimoto one, which has room here on both sides.
Right.
So we ordered that. That's in, all good to go. We got the braided lines in there. Everything's set up. We added like this cool intake. So if you look on this duct here, while the car's driving, we add this piece in, and then you see the duct. It goes whoop, right up here. There's a cover that goes over this, and then you have your IAT. And so it's getting, as much cooler air as it possibly can get.
Yep.
Regarding the fact that it's, taking it in right next to the motor.
Right.
But that's okay. But yeah, this is pretty much the setup. We have coolers on coolers on coolers here.
Literally.
Yeah.
But that's what you need. You got to keep everything cool.
Yeah. Now we got to do some cutting of the grills to fit around the oil cooler for the supercharger.
Okay.
We got to cut a little bit of the bumper, I believe, to fit around the intercooler and stuff.
Cool.
And then I just got to put spark plugs and then do the fuel pump on the inside. This is good.
Thanks, Bud.
he is.
I think you're ready for a cold start.
Yeah.
We got the bass file in.
We got the starter file in there, which I mean should be okay. This car's running race gas, so we might have to tweak it a little bit here and there.
Okay.
But this is the setup.
That's it.
You can see, like I said, we got the air coming in from the duct, goes up here. I just got to put the plate on. We're going to leave it open for the dyno.
Cool.
Get as much cold air in as possible. We got the coolers up front.
Looking good.
Trim the bumper so it all fits. And trim these grills a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when you close this, that actually gets in the way, so you can see that's nice and nice. Everything else we ran through, I mean, yeah. So
Looks really good.
what do you say, Tyler?
Let's get a cold start. It sounds good back here, but let's hear what the engine sounds like.
One thing I like about this supercharger is that it's very quiet. When we did like the Pro Charger on the C8 and other ones I've seen, that superchargers, they're very grindy kind of noisy. This one's very, very quiet.
Yeah, it sounds good. That's sweet.
Yeah. So now I just got to put the pump in the tank and then she's ready to hit the dyno.
Awesome. All right, Fudge. Here we are in the M3 now with the active Autowerke
We made it.
supercharger.
We made it.
So we are doing a road test before the dyno run. First official drive with the supercharger.
See how everything's going.
A little touchy. A little touchy. Yo. Yes, sir.
It's still loud in case you're wondering.
Yeah, it's loud.
Don't want to make the neighbors mad.
Right.
But on the dyno, we'll definitely be able
To hear it?
yeah.
Sweet. All right, Fudge, we're down at the spot, about to do some flybys. Everything looks healthy.
Everything looks good.
You want to give me some revs?
Sure.
Let's do it. Now let's see if we can hear that whine. Let's do a flyby. Well, Fudge,
All right, Tyler.
the M3 is gone. The
It's not
M3
here
race
anymore.
car is off to the track.
Yeah. It got picked up and towed by the owner. On its way to Race for Glory.
Awesome.
It
And I
was-
know we didn't show any numbers that day on the
Yeah.
dyno run, and
It
you
was-
can explain why.
Well, there's just two words. It's too hot.
It was-
The dyno room was like probably like a solid like 120, 115
Literally.
degrees in there with the cars running. And the way that supercharger system's set up, how it just dumps all the hot air back into the engine bay. And the engine bay is tight. Like there's not a lot of room in there. So it was just, we were getting pulls, but it would just pull timing. It would make just as less power. We got about 380 horsepower and about 350 torque out of it on 90 something degree pull, which is right where it should be. On a colder day, you should see a little bit over 400 on it, but no boost leaks, no leaks or anything like that. So that's pretty much what we were going for.
Awesome.
So yeah, we wrapped it up and it's gone.
Thanks, Fudge.
What do we do now, Tyler?
I'm supervised.